Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Tomo-chan is a girl episode number 13 reaction, and this is the final episode of this show. Alright, the previous episode a few things happened. The first thing is the play, the play happened, and then we get to see obviously Jun thinking about his own situation and how he should properly confront Tomo. Misuzu with her own trouble where she is thinking that she has put a curse on Tomo. Misuzu talks about that to Tomo. Tomo gets motivated to go and ask Jun out, and later on Jun talks to Tomo in the roof and talks about how he kind of knew that she was confessing in the first episode, but she wasn't ready. He wasn't ready, and he acted as if he didn't understand it, which obviously Tomo got sad about hearing that. And but now Jun has this motivation to properly ask Tomo out, and he confesses. However, Tomo just brushes him aside, goes away, and gets depressed again because she brushed him aside. Like usual shenanigans, as always it happens. But Jun didn't give up. In the end, he also has a conversation with Misuzu. We also get to see how he has been thinking that since he was the one who dumped Misuzu and broke up with her, he wasn't really comfortable in actually asking Tomo out. Which, after hearing that, Misuzu was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that because of this you were holding back." But either way, they have a little bit of conversation, and yeah, then Jun goes and actually confesses properly to Tomo. Tomo is afraid that their usual friendship will get broken, but then Jun says like, no, it wouldn't. Why not both? you know why don't we be best friends, and at the same time we also go out with each other? And in the end, yeah, Tomo accepts, and I guess they are going out now with each other. So I'm guessing this episode will kind of be like an epilogue to their whole story or something like that. Let's see what this is about. So yeah, let's begin episode number 13. I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Well, damn. Wow. Yeah. Oh boy. Great. Oh god. Well, Carol, yeah. I think he'll get even more intimidated. No kiss. What is this? What type of title is this? No kiss, no life. Oh god. All right. Okay, let's see. To stay by your side. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, she has dressed up. Has she? No. Okay, casual dress. Did she change her hairstyle? Yeah, I think so. Kind of. Oh boy. Oh my god, I wonder how she's going to react. This love is the real deal, a story of pure boy. Yeah. Wow. My god, this is a full on drama show. Keita-kun. Ah. Okay, let's see. Imagine. Yo! What? How is Jun reacting to this? Oh my god. What's going on inside his head? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Mm. Wow, he's genuinely like. He's genuinely answering it. Ah, there you go. Ooh, damn. Wait. He's just. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, is that a. Ah, is it? Uh. Mm. Well, it's. Yeah. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh my. Oh my god. No, I don't think so. He's probably gonna punch the. Oh, he's punching himself. I was gonna say he's gonna punch the wall or something. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, actually, no, but well, he didn't. Oh wait, what happened? Oh boy, defeat me! I knew that was coming. Oh, that's why he said that we have. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. um. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Great. All right. New Year's. All right. Oh, she's not answering it. Okay. Hmm. Kind of, I guess, but what? Yeah, I don't think he wants to defeat him like that. Bro, both of them. Oh my god. Oh god. Was. Hmm. No. Oh, yeah, because she has been waiting up until now. Hmm. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah, you just stop contacting anyone. Hmm. Few months. Okay, nah, that's yeah. No. Yeah, like she was never like that. She she's always proactive and hmm. Oh, you know what? Good plan. Good plan. Yeah, she just said that defeat me. Never said any time, never. Yeah, I brought. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh my god, yo! Oh god. She probably told him. He probably told him. Yeah. Hmm. Sure. Wind pressure. Oh boy. Yeah, well, it's kind of difficult. Damn. Oh, the transition. Wait. Oh, she's actually here. I thought this was a flashback or something. Oh wait, is she going to join the? She's like, I'm going to join in. Nah, I think it's a proper logic, you know. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Wide swings that leave him. Okay. Oh my god. Damn. My god. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. So he's testing whether Jun can will be able to, go ahead of Tomo. Even, yeah, I can understand what he's doing. Like, he's testing if Jun will be able to take action even before Tomo or something like that. Yeah. Oh, all right. Damn. All right, here we go. In the face. My God. Ah, no. Hmm. Yep. No, the first, like, act actually. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say first the actual confession. Well, she did it in the first episode, so yeah, like, in the final episode it should be June. Oh my God. Okay. All right, that was nice. There you go. I was wondering what this episode would be about. Okay, makes sense. Oh, there's something in the end. Oh, it's spring again. Yep. I'm a girl. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to like tell the title. Tomo-chan is a girl. Okay. All right. There you go. That was that was a very nice conclusion to this show. And yeah, obviously this the manga was like quite short. Every like it was like in 4 comma I think like pattern. So it was like short like stories, and that's how it went. So perfect for like one season, 13 episodes. I think they did in the anime. They did kind of like like skip past a few stuff. I was hearing about that. Few people in the comments also told me that, oh, these few parts were skipped. So yeah, but still, like it is like a short, short little story. So in one season was like actually enough for the whole story. So there you go. And I'm so glad, like like this show, this the manga. Like I said, I actually read the manga. Obviously not the complete part, but the first like couple of chapters I read, and I loved it so much. And now that the anime came, I was so happy that yeah, this finally got an adaptation, and I'm so glad that that the like it like like it got like a proper conclusion. And I was kind of thinking about it. Obviously I did not know how long this is. I was thinking maybe like will this be enough for one season, or will they have another season? But there you go, in one season it was enough. And I'm glad that we had this adaptation, because yeah, this manga was definitely one of my favorites when I was reading it. And yeah, I'm glad that this this is actually an anime now. So all right, first of all, one thing that I just, what can I say, loved about this the manga, and like like when I read it, is that this is one thing that I really appreciate whenever some story, rom-com slice of life stories brings in a change. And like it's always like in the rom-com shows, like stories, it's very, what can I say, like you could say like you can easily see the patterns, and it's extremely like like just repetitive, you could say, like where everything is like, oh, this how it's happening, everything, like it's like a copy paste, like another show the same thing happens, like it's just over and over again, that like that. Even though it's like like, what can I say, even though there's a few things that are changed now and then, but the main formula is kind of the same. And one thing that always remains the same is the characters. Like in so many rom-com shows, I've seen the characters being completely like the similar. Like one show, the similar type of characters. The next show, it has a similar type of characters. Like a very nice girl, and a shy boy, or like like a boy who's not really that popular. That type of thing. Like it's like same like cookie cutter formula, like over and over again. So I really like whenever they change that. Like for example, here in this show, we have a girl who is extremely strong and tough, you know, and she's tall. She's like she's kind of like have like like tomboy. It's kind of like a tomboy, and it's it's something. It's like I don't think I've seen any anime which has a character like this as the main character. Characters like this, obviously, there's in a lot of animes they have. I'm talking about being the main character, the main heroine, and that is what I'm talking about. I want these type of changes. Like obviously, like other shows that I watch, other rom-com shows, it's nice, it's nice to watch them, but I would appreciate if different mangas or different animes gets a different type of character. Like here for example, both the main, like main protagonists, the Jun and Tomo, both of them were like extremely strong, very like like what can I say, like very out, not outgoing, but very what's that word, like confident, and like like that type of person they were. And it was interesting seeing them interact, and like like have like their own thing. So this thing, I want this in other shows as well, you know. Another show that I kind of appreciate just because of this reason is Nagatoro, where Nagatoro is a completely different type of character than all the other shows. Like, you compare all the other shows, all the other rom-com, these type of shows, where the guy and the girl are always kind of have the same personality, kind of like the same. But this show, Tomo, is completely different. Nagatoro is like a completely wild character. So that's why I like that show as well, because it brings in a change in the characters. It's not the same, character with the same personality over and over again used. It's a new type of character who has some different type of personality. Naoto is a complete bully. Obviously, she kind of changes little by little at the end, and she's very nice now. However, I really enjoyed that. Tomo is a very strong character, and she is she wants to make June realize her charms. That type of thing. Yeah, this is what I really enjoyed. This is the first thing that I really appreciated about this show. Another thing that I really liked is that this actually had a very interesting story, I would say. And especially the fact that the whole thing with Misuzu, Jun, and Tomo, their character dynamic, was something that I really enjoyed. It had quite a few twists and turns throughout the whole thing, and it was interesting in seeing how their character dynamic worked, where Tomo was basically the central character of everything. Misuzu had her own thing where she wanted Tomo to spend more time with Tomo, but since Tomo was liked more activities just running around, climbing mountains, stuff that Misuzu won't be able to do with Tomo, she and Misuzu, as they grew up, they both of them started having stuff which they don't stuff they don't have in common more and more, and they started, I guess, interacting less and less. So, which is something Misuzu did not want, and obviously she's not as honest, so she could not really tell Tomo that, oh, spend time with me. So she thought about what to do and realized that, oh, if Jun and Tomo goes starts going out together, then Tomo will come to me asking for advice about how to become a girl. And if I tell her that, oh, you need to be more like a girl, she'll come to me more. Which was the curse that she put on Tomo, according to her, where she told Tomo to act more like a girl, and which she regretted later on. So this was her whole thing, where she just wanted to spend more time with Tomo. That's why she made this whole thing. While Jun had his own trouble with the situation where he wasn't really ready to accept and wasn't really ready to he didn't know how to change between his friendship with Tomo and the whole looking at her as a girl. That thing he did not know how to tackle with that. There was the fact that he thought that he's very inferior to Tomo, and he wanted to catch up to her. That thing was also there. Unless and until he's able to do that, he wasn't able to properly feel that he is worthy of Tomo. That was also another thing. Another thing was also that because they're best friends, he was confused as to how to interact when other people are looking at them in a different way. As they grow up, people will be like, oh, look at those two, they're always together, they must be going out, that type of thing. He was confused at that as well. So I liked this. I really liked it was a very simple situation, but it had like a deep reason behind it, and which was something that I also very much appreciated. Within this 13 episodes, they were able to structure and make a story which was genuinely interesting. And I feel like since they did not drag it, it seemed like so much more interesting as well. And then there was this whole story with Carol as well, Carol and Misaki senpai, which was also something also very interesting. Why Carol always smiled, never really broke character, because her mother told her that, oh, you look cute when you smile, and that's it. That one word was made her completely just the same face everywhere. So which intimidated Misaki, where he thought that, oh, she's so stronger than me, I'm not worthy of her. So that thing as well, like it's so interesting, like these, like little stories that we had, it had like some genuine reasons, and it was very different from like other shows. It had like a very interesting story, like thing. So these are the reasons I really like this one. And yeah, and obviously by the end of it, we had a very nice conclusion to it. So yeah, there you go. So this episode, nothing much happens in this episode. Let's talk about it. First of all, we see Tomo and Jun, like kind of, since they're a couple, kind of like going out with each other now. Both are kind of like talking to each other, and Tomo's blushing whenever Jun is saying something. Tomo's like, "Oh, I'm going to go together with Mrs. and Carol today, so I cannot hang out with you." And he's like, "Yep, it's fine. I'm not going to just like keep you like with me all the time. Like I'm going to give you the freedom that you want." And like Tomo is frustrated. Tomo's like, "Why does he not? He's not. How is he this chill with this? Even though I'm always getting flustered." So Misuzu gives her the idea of going to watch a movie where there's like a lot of like kiss scenes and stuff, and so that she can take that opportunity to do that to Jun. And yeah, they go out and watch the movie. Obviously the movie was a little bit more than they bargained for. And Tomo was completely flustered, she wasn't able to take any steps. However, Jun was like completely focused. So later on, like while they were having dinner, Jun gives her the earrings, while Tomo gives him the muffler and Christmas presents, and both are happy, accepted that. And yeah, they were like going back, and then uh, okay, Tomo's like, "Oh, let me go to your place." And yeah, they go to Jun's place, and obviously both of them are awkward. Jun doesn't know how to interact with her, while Tomo's always thinking how to like initiate the kiss. So Tomo sits down beside her, and Tomo actually tells him that, "Oh, this is what I want." And June still doesn't do anything, and she's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And then June says like, "Oh, we're not even going out. We properly didn't." And at first I thought, oh, maybe it's because he didn't properly confess. Is that why? But then it turns out, no, it's a bigger problem. Their dad, Tomo's dad, said something like, "Oh, I'm not going to accept you if you are not able to defeat me." Now, here's the other thing, that the main theme of this episode is Tomo's dad saying this to Jun. Now, as far as I could understand from what happened, uh, like the reason why he did that is because he wanted, I don't know, like I feel like what he wanted was to see if Jun would be able to stand up to something where his and Tomo's relationship is in trouble, like something like that, like because of Tomo, if he'll be able to stand up to something even greater than him. I think that's what he was trying to see. Like, here's the thing, Tomo's dad knows, everyone knows that in no way is it possible for Jun to defeat him, you know. So then why did his dad give him a task like that? Defeat me. You know, it's what he wanted to test wasn't that, oh, if he'll be able to defeat me or not. What he wanted to test was that in a situation which is extremely dangerous, you know, will this guy be able to stand in front of Tomo and protect her? Even if the situation is extremely dire, where there's no chance of winning, will he still be able to stand in front of Tomo and protect her? That, I think that's what he was trying to see, because later on we get an explanation later on where they were like they told us, they were showing us that Tomo's dad was thinking that this, the world nowadays, it's extremely dangerous, and like in that type of a situation, Tomo will always be the person who always goes out first and try to deal with it. So Jun, being the type of person who obviously is not as broad-minded as Tomo. Like, Jun himself said that I'm not like Tomo. When some strangers will be in trouble, you know, Tomo will immediately go to help them out. However, I'm not like that. Like the only person that I can protect is the person that I like, that is beside me. So that's what, like Tomo's dad wanted to check, because Tomo's dad knows that any type of situation, where Tomo can act, Tomo will act, however dangerous, however, dire that situation may be. And he's a father. He's concerned about that. Up until now, it was him protecting Tomo in that type of situation. Where, any type of situation, Tomo would always just go and try to help others. Like her dad would come and protect her in that time. So obviously now that Jun wants to go out with Tomo, he was testing Jun to see that, he was like, obviously he's sure that Tomo is definitely going to go and help others as much as he can. But during that time, instead of him, will Jun be able to take his place and protect Tomo in his stead? That type of thing. I think that's what he was trying to probably see. And makes sense, like this is ingrained in Tomo. Tomo will always try to tackle a situation where she can, like whenever someone is in danger or something, she'll always go and try to protect them. But that would mean that she herself won't be concerned about her own well-being. So Jun, even in that type of situation, when they're actually going against a situation way more dangerous, will Jun be able to stand up in front of her and protect her? That type of thing. Here, the threat or the danger was Tomo's dad. He became that danger to test Jun. If a situation like this comes, will he be able to stand up and, do his thing, protect him? And that was the whole thing, as far as I could understand. Obviously, at first, Tomo was very angry. Tomo was like, "What the hell? Like, my dad said this." She's pissed off. And we see Akemi asking him about, why did you be this mean to him? But obviously he has his own reasons. Like I said, the reason that I said, that's his own reason. Obviously Jun will be beside Tomo from here onwards. Will he be able to take his place, in protecting Tomo? So obviously Tomo comes in and Tomo's pissed off. Tomo's like, "I hate you, dad." He's depressed, and obviously Tomo's depressed as well with the whole thing. She's so depressed she doesn't really go to the New Year's, like Hatsumode, nothing, just doesn't even inform Misuzu and Carol about it. While Tomo's dad is just depressed in the dojo. So I love the fact that in this time when Jun came to see if Tomo's okay or not, Akemi's like, "Oh, her dad is kind of depressed now. maybe if you fight him now, you'll be able to win." And Jun is like, "I'm sorry, but the situation is similar to me as well. I am also depressed, so I don't think I can do anything." True, like the depression is because of Tomo. Tomo, being like that. So both of them are depressed. So yeah, Jun won't be able to take advantage of this situation because he's equally depressed. Either way, New Year term, starts, and you can see that Tomo is pretty angry. Tomo's like, "Why did you not talk about this situation to me?" And kind of punches Jun after that. And later on, she gets Mrs. and Carol comes in and they're like, "Oh, you you just didn't even bother to contact us, did you?" And then they're like, Carol is like, you promised us to go skiing." Yeah, they're pretty pissed off at Tomo as well. Either way, she kind of shares everything to them, and here again, Misuzu gives Tomo advice. Misuzu's like, "Why are you sitting here then? Are you that type of a person? Are you that type of a girl who, in this type of a situation, will just wait for the two men to have their own thing and then wait like a tragic heroine? Obviously not. You're not that type of a person. So do what you do with the best. like if you want to get involved in it, just forcefully get involved in it, because this is a situation that actually concerns you as well, so you're well within your right to interfere. you know and yeah, that's Tomo. She never really, like in this type of situation, she, if it's concerning her, she always gets involved. And so why now is she just staying passive? And Tomo realized that, yeah, she's right, and Tomo's like, yeah, let me just go. And she immediately goes. And while Jun is actually getting ready to fight Tomo's dad, and I love the fact that Jun is like, oh, Jun is like, I'm going to use each and everything to, make my advantage. So he actually brought Akemi with him, because Tomo's dad gets a little bit flustered whenever Akemi is there. And later on, Tomo also has a little conversation with Misaki as well, and Misaki talks how Jun actually confided in him as well, and Misaki says, like, please, cheer for him, he needs that. And yeah, then Tomo rushes off. you know I love how Mrs. and Carol were like, oh, that wind, that seemed familiar, that's Tomo. The wind that came when she was running past them. Either way, we see Jun fighting, and obviously, in no way it's possible for him at this stage to defeat Tomo's dad. So he's getting, just flung around, and Tomo's just sitting there. Tomo's like, oh, how are you doing? And she's like, yeah, and I don't care. This situation concerns us both, and both of us should deal with this situation. So just in case if you get defeated, I'll switch in. So don't worry and go all out. So obviously, even after, obviously Jun was like, you know what, fine. I'm going to give my complete best, because yeah, if he gets defeated, I'm pretty sure Tomo probably would switch in and try to fight his dad. And I don't know how it would have ended then, but Jun doesn't want it to come to that. Yeah, they might win by the end of it, if Tomo also joins in. But Jun doesn't want that. Jun wants to defeat his dad himself. So Jun gets extra motivated here, because he knows that as soon as he loses, Tomo will come in, and he doesn't want that. So that's why he's like, how can I defeat him? And he thinks, technically how to do it. And he realizes that his dad is actually keeping himself completely open. He's not really, he's giving him a lot of, open, spots to attack. And so he realizes that this is like a test. He's testing me. He's giving me equal opportunity to hit back, and he's just testing to see if I stand up to this thing. Now I'm going to read this section where he realizes what his dad is trying to do. Okay, so Jun says that, okay, this is a real challenge for me, but it's a hurdle Tomo could overcome easily. That's probably the point of this test. Every day, somewhere in the world, someone is unfairly getting hurt. Yeah. What if that happened to someone close to me? Tomo would act faster than anyone. If I hesitate for a second, she'll be beyond my reach, and I'll end up leaving her alone. I get it, old man. That's why you're so worried about her, isn't it? I'm sorry, the man next to her is someone like this. There you go. So that's the whole thing. And that is why he's testing if Jun has that courage and that, that, that courage and that, working immediately, that proactiveness to actually stand up in that situation and go alongside Tomo and help her out. Because yeah, it is true, Tomo will immediately just go forward and go ahead of everyone if something dangerous happens. She's always going to try to help others, and she needs someone who will be able to kind of keep the same pace as her and support her alongside, which is Jun here. And for that, Tomo's dad is trying to test him if he's worthy of that. and that's why he's keeping his guards a little bit loose so that Jun has equal opportunity to attack him, because he himself knows in no way is it possible for Jun to defeat him now. Like the point of this test was not strength, but like the mental strength or something like that, like that type of thing. Anyways, so we see Jun actually successfully kind of hitting him. Like Goro attacks. I think that's his name, Goro, isn't it? Jun's dad, Tomo's dad, attacks him and kind of dodges it by a very small margin. Like if that fist hit Jun anywhere in his face, that would have been the end. He would have been probably unconscious then and there. But he dodges it and strikes back, punches him, and he falls down, and a little bit of his finger kind of touches the ground, and they're like, oh, he we defeated him. But then he's like, I'm not down. And Akemi comes in and smacks him in the head. She's like, what the hell? Like enough is enough. You've done enough testing. Then he's like, all right, you know what? Fine. I did touch the ground a little bit, so you win. And yeah, and Jun is happy, and Tomo comes and hugs him, and later on when they come outside, Tomo is going to confess to him, but Jun was earlier. Jun confesses to her even before she's able to confess, and I feel like that's that's kind of fair, because Tomo confessed to him at the beginning, so now it's Jun's time to confess. But obviously Tomo's not having it. Tomo's like, no, I was supposed to do that first. I love how she's making this a competition too. She's like, no, I'm supposed to be the first one to do that. But then she kind of goes and forcefully kisses Jun, because yeah, she wanted to do this first, because she's not able to confess first. She's like, yeah, I'm going to do this first then. Anyways, and yeah, in the end, there you go. She says says that even though you looked extremely cool while you did that, so but from here onwards, I'm going to be the one who's going to make you look at me. And yeah, they kind of hugged. And in the end, there was a little scene of like the springtime. It has been 1 year. Cherry blossoms are blooming, and we see Carol, Misaki, and Gundo, and all 5 of them take a selfie. And yeah, in the end, I thought that the ending Tomo would be like kind of say like, oh, I am a girl, like the title of the show, like Tomo-chan is a girl. She'd probably say like, oh, Tomo-chan, my name is Tomo and I'm a girl, or something like that. She would say, I think. But no, she didn't say that. She says like, I'm the happiest I could possibly be. Yeah, I'm the happiest I could possibly be. That's what she says. So yeah, there you go. That's where it ended. So a really short and sweet anime, and yeah, I would love if this actually makes the path for other shows like this, like like where hero and heroines, the main protagonist and the main male protagonist and the main female protagonist, both of them are kind of not always like the same, have the same personality, maybe a little different, like this show, where Tomo was this Tomo was like a tough, strong, tomboyish type of a girl, while Jun obviously is also strong, very strong. Here it's not like the same formula of that all the other rom-com shows have, but the male and the female are always like the same personality, little bits and pieces are kind of changes, but it's like always the same. No, I really enjoyed this, and I really hope that this, like I said, this actually makes a change in everything in the future, where obviously I like those shows, I'm not saying I don't like them, but I would like if some other shows where characters who are not always the same as before, they start coming out, these type of mangas start kind of popping out. And hopefully it will be, this show got an anime adaptation, and I'm sure in the future we'll get more stuff like this. And this is a thing, it's such a shame that there's such a lack of characters like Tomo in anime. Like, like this type of character. Like, I won't call it lack of them. There are characters like this, but I'm saying like main character, like the main two. The main two in that position. There's a severe lack of characters like Tomo. You know, every anime or most of the anime that we see, yeah, a character like Tomo who's like strong, like tomboyish type of character exists, but they're like the side characters or like the side supporting characters, always there. They're always there. Never ever have I seen them actually kind of come in the main characters, like like podium and stand there. There's a severe lack of main characters like Tomo, and I would really like it if characters like these start coming in the main characters, like they became the main characters in other animes and other mangas as well. And hopefully this is the beginning, because yeah, I would love to see characters who are not always the same in this, like main characters like that. And Tomo is a perfect example of that. I love Tomo's character so much, and I would really enjoy seeing more animes like this. And here's the other thing, you know, like the other characters as well, like Gundo, like Misuzu was another character I absolutely loved in this show, you know. And here's the thing, I loved Carol as well when I read the manga. She was hilarious, but the way I liked Carol is way different, like than the way I liked Misuzu. Misuzu's character is extremely interesting, and like these type of characters as well, I would love to see them in, which is, I feel like this is never going to happen. I would love to see a character like Misuzu being the main heroine of a story. It would have been so interesting, and I doubt there's any anime like that. I doubt that. So this is what I want, like different types of character, not always the same. And yeah, like Misuzu's character, I really liked. She had this type of a character where she she's kind of, like, what can I say, like self-sacrificing without letting others know, kind of cynical as well, you know. And I think I said this before, but she reminded me so much of Hachiman from Oregairu. She's basically like a female version of Hachiman, kind of. Like, minus Hachiman was like a complete introvert. Minus that, she isn't like really an introvert. However, her personality was so much like Hachiman, and I've never seen a character like this before, like Misuzu. Like a female character like this. Very, like, that's why I'm thinking, like, it would have been really interesting if like some other anime comes where the main hero or the main heroine, like we already have a main hero like Misuzu, which is Hachiman, like I said, but the main heroine is someone like Misuzu. Like, it would be so interesting to see a story like that. Like, and like, so yeah, I would love if the usual formula kind of changes and we get variations. That's basically it. And there you go. That is it. Anyways, enough of that. I kind of talked a lot about this one, and I'm glad that this adaptation was complete. Hopefully, we get more adaptations like this of manga that are really nice, really cute. And yeah, I'm sure, like, a lot of other, there's a few other mangas I have my eyes on, kind of, which I'll be very happy if they get an adaptation. And there's a few that are actually getting an adaptation, which I'm quite happy about. Like, which I've read the manga before, and I'm like, oh, it's getting an. I'm not going to mention them now. Later on, I'll talk about them. But yeah, there's a few ones that are getting an adaptation. I'm quite happy with that. But anyways, that's it. That is my reaction to episode number 13, the final episode of Tomo-chan is a Girl. If you guys enjoyed this video, excuse me, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Obviously, another new anime will be replacing this. Another weekly anime will be replacing this. I already made a video talking about all the shows that I'll be reacting to this this season, this spring 2023, spring I think, yeah. And yeah, so yeah, one of those shows will be replacing this. So see you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.